I hope all of you are having a good day. I really genuinely do. How are you guys doing? Let's talk. If you guys want to talk, we'll talk. If not, it is it's okay too. But if you guys want to yap, I'm here for the yapping for a few minutes. We can talk about life because it seems like there is something going on here that just isn't normal. So if you guys want to talk, let's talk, okay? Let's talk. I'm here if you guys want to talk. That's it. All right. I'll wait here, and if you guys want to talk, we'll talk. Uh, I guess I'll just spit out random things as I'm thinking about them. You know what? Over the years, I've learned that you have to care less to get more. Not about life or anything in general, but you can't care what people think about you. Because when you do, it's just like, it's daunting, if that makes sense. It's a thing. It's there's no point in complaining about certain things. It's always the same though, to be honest. Always the same deal. The country, the United States, Canada, England, it's getting rough out there. It's getting way worse and way more rough to live in any of these countries now. United States, Canada, England, and most of Europe. It's becoming very dangerous. I don't know what these people are doing, but they are destroying this country, and they're destroying most of Europe and England. It's really sad. And here's the crazy part, is it's going to get worse. Yep. It's going to get worse, not better. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. Just look at the freaking patterns. Got people protesting, rioting, looting. Just some nasty, nasty stuff happening in general. Just really bad things. And when you look at everything from a global perspective, and you're not looking at it from a local perspective, it gets even worse. Everything is moving in such a bad direction. It's ridiculous. It's atrocious. Everybody here is doing their own things all over this country. Such a beautiful country America is, too. A beautiful, crazy country. From all the way from Maine all the way down to Los Angeles and all the way down to Chula Vista, all the way from about Seattle all the way down to Miami. Such a beautiful country. All the way from Grand Forks, North Dakota, all the way down to Brownsville, Texas. A beautiful place. All the way from Los Angeles, all the way to Nashville, and up towards Cleveland, and all the way through the Adirondacks and the Appalachian Mountains, all the way to Maine, like I said. And Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Rhode Island and stuff like that. All these beautiful states, New York State, New Jersey, Rhode Island. I mean, they are not perfect places in comparison, but they are okay. They're okay. I mean, they're still way better than a lot of other places you're going to see around the world. I mean, it's still a first world country. It's just some areas are rougher than others or less taken care of. But that's all due to politics. It has nothing to do with anything else. When people take the time to actually invest in their town, city, or neighborhood, then you got perfect roads. But sometimes, and especially with snow and ice, which I'm not used to, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. But like I said, we live in such a beautiful freaking country, America. The greatest country in the world. Still to this day, it's still a great country. God, I love this country so much. I love everything about it. It's insanity. It's that. But see, the great thing about America is, regardless of what happened in 1913, it's still, I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but technically speaking, America is the freest country, technically, by allowing protesting, by allowing freedom of speech. It's very important. The First Amendment wasn't a joke. It was because of tyranny, tyrannical governments. All right, let's see what you're saying here. I have the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I work for Apple now. You said you love Mr. Trump. The world is going to end, I am telling you. Well, congratulations on your 17 Pro Max. A little bit early. How are you doing? So, like I said, to everybody out there, you know, if you're a Democrat, socialist, communist, congratulations. If you're a Republican out there, like I said, congratulations. We literally need to stop fighting now. We have to stop fighting with each other. It's not going to work out this way. For God's sakes, I've been a Democrat my whole life. Grew up a Democrat. I didn't really go for social justice. I just Democrated it up. But man, I mean, what happened to just the days of peace and tranquility, calmness and everything? It's gone. Our country is unstable. There is more violence I've ever seen before. And it's so insane to think there is more violence now on every major city in America than ever in history. And I'm not talking about just Donald Trump's current presidency. I'm talking about the trajectory from about 2010 to now and forever, practically. America used to be this bastion of peace, quiet, and tranquility, and it is turned into it's turned into a hellscape. I don't know what the technical terminology is, but man, the Democrats and the Republicans need to fucking stop fighting, and the leftists that are extremely leftist, they need to chill the fuck out. Like, not everything is a Nazi and a communist, dude. Come on, man. Stop. Jesus Christ, man. Some of the things that people say on both sides are so insane. It's just ridiculous. We need to stop doing this and support each other as fellow Americans. Like, you guys don't even realize the amount of division, hatredness that I've been seeing over the last 5 to 10 years. You know, ever since Donald John Trump got into office in 2016, I mean, it's really gotten bad with the division of the United States. And Trump, he's a loudmouth New Yorker. That's all he does. He's just a loudmouth New Yorker. And for some, I even get pissed off. Not even at Trump. Like, when a New Yorker talks, it sounds like they have an attitude. Truthfully, that's what Trump does. He has an attitude. He's got that New York City attitude, and people that are not from the Northeast don't understand that's literally just how they talk. They're very blunt people in general. And Donald John Trump is a very blunt person. He's a very blunt person. That's his personality. He grew up in New York City. That's just how Donald Trump is. That's why a lot of people do not like him, because of his bluntness. Oh, that wasn't even my car. Okay. Like I said, it wasn't even, like I said, Donald Trump's bluntness is what pissed off a lot of Democrats. His bluntness, and also his I can tell you guys exactly why a lot of the extreme left liberals do not like Donald John Trump. It's because of the way he speaks about people. That's probably why they don't like him. Because of the way he speaks about people. It has nothing to do with him himself. It is his attitude that gets him in trouble. The leftists go crazy and they think he's a Nazi or something. I mean, they literally think he's like Hitler and shit. Like, bro, chill out. He's not a Nazi. He's a loudmouth New Yorker. But, like I said, it's just, I don't know if the Democrats are ever going to chill with Republicans again. I just don't know it. I just don't see it. It's always like, you're racist. You're a Nazi. It's like, dude, come together and chill the fuck out. Okay? Liberals used to be this. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Republicans and liberals used to get along decently well before 2000. I mean, I remember it. When I was a kid, shit, Democratic Party, Republican Party, everybody seemed to get along pretty well. I don't know what happened to both parties. I don't know why the censorship has started with the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. I do not know why. Okay, the internet used to be this free bastion where censorship did not exist as much. I mean, it was almost free reign. We used to cuss on Call of Duty. We used to say the most vulgar things possible with no intention of actually being, hateful. I mean, everybody was going after each other, and it was for fun. It was just an insult room. That's exactly what it was. It was just an insult room through Call of Duty, and it was fun. I got called every name in the book. Every name in the book. I mean, shit. But it was fun. It was like trucker talk, like 18-wheeler trucker talk. That's what happened in the old days. In the early 2000s, mid-2000s, sorry. It used to be a lot of fun, and now everything is, oh, you offended me, you offended me, you offended me. It's like, dude, you have less than 100 years to live on Earth. Stop being offended. You got less than 100 years to live on planet Earth, dude. Okay? Most humans don't live past 100. Okay? You're either going to have a heart attack, stroke, cardiac arrest, aneurysm, or a natural death. But eventually, the maker comes to get you. And it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. It happens at any second, and it will not stop. It doesn't stop. The death comes to everybody. Everyone on planet Earth. If you're a human and you have a heartbeat, you die within 100 years. So, like I said, this division and this push for globalism is scaring people and making people very uncomfortable. I don't understand why the Democrats are not seeing this, and why the extreme right-winged Republicans are not seeing this. The division and hatefulness that the Democrats and Republicans have, and the things that have been taught to the Democrats and to the Republicans, especially the Democrats, is not normal. It's almost propagandic. It's a hateful rhetoric, and it's very dangerous to society because real people have passed away over the last 5 years. People are literally committing atrocities across the United States of America because of politics. Literal atrocities because of what they teach in schools. It's so sad to see the division and the internal racism that happens within our country. It's so inappropriate. It's so wrong. It's so immoral. We've lost our immorality of this country. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I grew up in the 90s. The last century, kind of, where most people got along with each other most of the time. Like, if you were Hispanic, if you were white, if you were black, it didn't matter. Because we didn't give a fuck about skin color. We didn't care. Except for maybe some people in Arkansas. They're a little bit racist. The supremacists over there, assholes. But other than that, I mean, it was pretty chill. I mean, it was really chill. I mean, shit. We had a lot of black folks in Texas, and we got along with them perfectly well. I grew up with them in school. I mean, it wasn't a majority black population. It was a majority Mexican population. But, you know, there was like 30 to 4, 20, I think it was like 20 African Americans. There just wasn't that many. Texas, in my area, was mainly a Mexican and Hispanic population. It wasn't even Mexican and white. That was it. That was pretty much the only ones, and a few African Americans. And we got along with each other fine. Nobody was racist. Nobody had any issues. We had no issues growing up in elementary, middle school. We had no issues. Because there wasn't this narrative being pushed that you're racist, you're racist, you're racist, you're racist. It was more like, we get along with each other very well. And you know what's funny is, I remember this one girl named Edith. She was hot, I will admit. I had a crush on her a little bit. And she was African American. Right? I had a crush on her. She was very beautiful. Anyways, she got a date with this dude, and I don't remember what year it was. I think it was 2000 and I think it was 2003 or 4, and they were found kissing each other, and the school. I think it was just it was cute and funny. But like I said, racism really didn't exist as much. There wasn't true, definite racism because, matter of fact, I don't even remember in my middle school or elementary them even talking about racism. Like, I literally don't remember it. All I know is everybody got along with each other. I don't ever remember a time where they were talking about racism. Like, I don't remember it because it was not happening. Everybody got along with each other. Like, we never really had a lot of school fights. I mean, it was over stupid shit, too, by the way. If we did have a school fight, it wasn't like the whole school was going after each other. It was just like a couple kids going after it, personal shit. And it was mild. It wasn't usually like, oh, I gotta bring out a knife, or I gotta bring out a semi-automatic weapon. No, it was more like, meet me in the fucking bathroom. We're gonna fight. And they would fight for like 5 seconds, and then that was it. And somebody would get knocked out, and then that was it. But that was the Texas style, though. But like I said, it wasn't really dangerous. I would say Texas had its schools down pretty good. And if you misbehaved and did all that shit with the beating up of the kids, you got the paddle. And when I tell you what, man, I'm going to tell you right now. Oh, if you got the paddle, woo, you are hurting for days. Not hours, days. The paddle, corporal punishment. Or what the hell is it called? Is it corporal punishment? I forgot already. It's been a while. But Yeah, no, the principal would smack your ass with a damn paddle. And let me tell you something. When you hear the kids crying, corporal punishment, I think it was called, there was nothing that you could do. It was legally allowed. It was sanctioned in the state of Texas. You got your ass kicked by the principal. If you, I mean, you have to be stupid, though, on misbehaving part. And no, the principal did not need, at the time at least, permission to kick your ass with the paddle. They did not need permission. They would grab you, yank you to the principal's office, and start spanking the shit out of you. And you know what? I did some research into my fellow classmates. I found out most of them don't have any criminal history. Yep, that's right. Most of my classroom mates from the 90s have no criminal history because they all got their ass kicked. The ones that misbehaved, I looked them up, no criminal history. And I remember them getting the paddle. I got the paddle too. I would elope from classrooms because I would be bored. That was a big no-no, by the way. I think that's the reason why college was never my forte, because I skipped a lot of the classes. I didn't really go with my grades. It's just I just skipped a lot of classes and I shouldn't have done it. Do I regret it? Hell yeah, I do. But I really, 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 you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, and no one is gonna hear, no one's gonna tell you this, but I actually miss going to school. Like, I know this sounds a little bit strange, but if I could go back, live the 90s again, I would immediately do it right the fuck away. Go back to 1999, 98. I would go back. It doesn't matter about the cell phones, the technology. Life was so much easier. You just lived. And there was no extra drama. There was no Facebook or YouTube or TikTok or X or whatever. Twitter, whatever. It was pure, unadulterated peace most of the time. I heard, some shootouts, but that was normal. It was a bad neighborhood. It happened occasionally. It didn't happen every year. But it would get nasty when the gangs were out there. The gangs used to be real bad in Texas. I mean, they used to be bad. But everybody at, like, the malls and stuff got along pretty good. You never heard a lot about mall shootings in the 90s. It wasn't very common. You never heard about school. And you never really heard about pretty much anywhere. I mean, I remember Columbine, and I think there was a shooting in Waco, Texas. They were going against the government, and that did not end well for the people in Waco. But the point I'm making is it was very... Now, the troubling one that a lot of people don't know about is Jonestown. So, this psychopathic idiot brought innocent people to the middle of the jungle in, what was it? Jonestown Massacre was the craziest shit, I think, in human history. Literally, human history. Let me look up what country it was. Let me see. Which country was it? I think it was Guyana. Yeah, I think it was Guyana. Guyana, next to Venezuela. And this asshole brought he's a fucking asshole. But yeah, he brought a lot of people out in the middle of the fucking, not woods, but the jungle. And when he did that, he convinced them to end their lives. It was absolutely insane. I've never seen nothing like it. It was just terrible. The whole situation was terrible. I don't know how to explain it, but man, it was bad. And it was nasty. So, like I said, America has a very dark history, but it's still, like I said, in general, was very tame compared to today. I think the internet really ruined... I'll be honest with you, the internet was great in the early days with dial-up and AOL 1.0 and 2.0. But after about maybe 2014, 2015, it became this hateful. Reddit used to be pretty chill, and Dig It used to be very chill. And then it just turned into this one-sided area, and everybody started fighting each other. And then they started to think the world was ending every second by climate issues, supposedly. And now they're doing extreme shit to our earth and spraying abnormal shit into the skies at times. I mean, we are really fucked if the Republicans and Democrats don't start uniting soon. I don't know if America will be here by 2300. I don't know. I'm hoping that America will be here by 2300. I'm sure it will, but it may be very different than what we know today. Obviously, the houses are going to be a lot older. New apartments and houses and housing will be a lot different than what it is now. So I don't know about 2300, but I don't know if we will have all of our amendments or constitutional amendments in 2300. I don't think so. I think a lot of shit's going to change over the next 300 years. After we pass and after our children pass, even though I don't have a child, but technically children, they pass and their children's children pass. I don't know what kind of country or even the world is going to look like. I know it's going to be drones everywhere and flying shit, but I don't know if America will still be that kind of patriotic America that it is now. Now, patriotism in the United States is falling rapidly because of all the extreme prices just to live. You know, we can't really blame Trump on this one. This started well back before the COVID thing, which pisses me off because I still think it's not natural what happened with that COVID virus. It's just not natural. There's just so much suspiciality. I'm sorry. It just some weird shit. I don't know. There's something weird about it. How it came really fast. And if America was so worried about this COVID strain from China, why didn't they shut China immediately off and not allow anybody to come into the country? And that's the reason why I'm pissed off about it. And innocent people died all over the world. That still pisses me off, by the way. But the point I am making is, regardless of the situation at hand, we need pro-patriotic Americans to be running the country, not people who just want to fill their wallets with hundreds of thousands to possible millions of dollars. You know, these politicians, they get so lucky. They get to do insider trading, and it's pretty much legal for them. But it's not legal for us, and it's sad because they get to line their pockets, and their donors get to line their pockets with them, but they leave us in the dark and dust. And that's not fair to Americans. The Democrat Party is suffering in California, Oregon, Washington, and New York City and New York State, and Massachusetts and stuff, and New Jersey, because of the taxes that these people do, because Democrats tend to, do more social services. Republicans do a little bit less of the social services, and they focus more of that money on infrastructure. It's very weird dynamic between Democrats and Republicans. So unfortunately, Democratic states are more expensive. They pay more in taxes. But that doesn't necessarily mean better roads. But in Republican states, sometimes they go for more infrastructure than social services. And I've noticed that because I've been a part of the system. Republican states go for more infrastructure, less social services. Democratic states go for more social services and less infrastructure. That's why you see New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, and Massachusetts, and Boston, and Philadelphia with a lot worse, maintained roads, because they don't prioritize them as much. So your suspension gets fucked up in almost every vehicle, except maybe if you have like a gigantic truck or something that can take those dips with no issues. Eventually it will wear out your suspension and transmission. Unless you have like a super duper transmission, then you'll be fine. What the fuck was that? Was that a goddamn dust devil? What the fuck was that? That was a goddamn dust devil. What the fuck? Alright, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Alright, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. You have yourself a good morning, okay?